Hey there, welcome back to IST. And continuing our lessons on computer parts, we're going to be talking about RAM today. And just like every other part in the PC, RAM is very, very important. Now RAM is an acronym. It stands for Random Access Memory. Now, you might hear someone refer to this as RAM or just as memory, and they both mean the exact same thing. Now, what RAM does is it stores like simple code or just like overflow code from the hard drive to the RAM. So instead of saving it to the hard drive, it'll save it right to the RAM and then give your hard drive a chance to actually use its actual space up for documents and other precious files that you may need. Now, and it's actually kept in a physical location that you can access. Now, it goes up by two, essentially. So nowadays you can get two. They come in little sticks that look like this. There, that's essentially a RAM stick right there. And that usually comes in sizes, and they go in gigabytes. So it's usually 2, 4, 6, 8. So it's just those single digit numbers that go into it. And then usually in a PC, you'll have two of them. So 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 6 times 2, and 8 times 2. Which will give you 4, 8, 12, and 16. These are like the normal stuff that you can put in there. Now there are 16 gig sticks, and then you can do 16, and then you can do 16 times 2, making it 32. So 16 times 2, 32. And then usually they'll be doubled. Why are they doubled? We'll talk about that in a second. Now, you can call it a RAM stick, you can call it a stick of RAM, you can call it a module, you can call it whatever. You can call it whatever you want, really, as long as it relates to that that word of stick, module, DIMM, whatever. And they are just like. Sorry. And just like ports and like USB ports, they have a speed that they're clocked at. Now, when looking for PC parts online, you'll find speeds like 2400, 2800, 3200, 3600, and 4000. And these are all clocked in megahertz. Yeah. Megahertz. Now, it's a very simple way of explaining this is it's just the higher the number, the more the higher the speed, the better it is, but also the more expensive it gets. So, here we go, let me erase this for a second. So, back to RAM capacity. That's what it's called, capacity. The gigabytes and stuff like that. So, the higher you go up, so we're going to do size and price. So the higher you go up in size and price, the worth, like the really it's just like the overkill factor, meaning that like if you buy more, it's not going to be as highly worth it as buying just 32 gigs of RAM and then taking that money that you take to buy like 128 gigs of RAM or how much more than that and bring it up to like bring that extra money to a graphics card or CPU, or heck, even a storage upgrade. So the more you buy, essentially, this is like the one time where it's like the more you buy, the less worth it is. And yeah, if you're doing like a huge editing station or an all-in-one station where it's editing, media, gaming, VR, all that stuff, then you can go to more RAM. But if it's just like a basic workstation or gaming and workstation PC, then 16 to 32 gigs is perfect for you. So we're gonna put workstation / gaming 16 to 32 gigabytes. This is the perfect thing for you. Workstation / gaming, 16 to 32 gigs, perfect for you. Now, like the overkill people out there, they will get more. And just like I said before, the higher, and it's called a frequency, the speed, like remember those 4-digit numbers I was talking about before? They're called frequencies. So it's free. I don't know if I'm spelling that right. Frequency. Wow, I really need to get a new marker. All right, I'll get a new marker for next video. Frequency. The higher it is, the more expensive it is. So higher frequency equals greater money. Greater the frequency equals greater money. That's not the right term for that, but I understand that frequency greater than money. Yeah, I get that, but essentially think of this graph here. Instead of size, it's frequency. Frequency. So it's the same thing here. So let's just erase this. And now back to the reason why I said buy two sticks of RAM. So if you're gonna buy say 8 gigs of RAM, buy 2 4-stick. Buy 2 sticks of 4 gigabytes of RAM. Same thing for 16. Buy two sticks of 8. Like however you need it, just buy 2 sticks to equal up to your main amount that you want to go to. Because motherboards now anyway have something called single and dual. No, not B. Dual channels. Single channel and dual channel. Now, these are going to be kind of confusing to understand, but hold on for a second. Let me try to explain this. So single channel, say you have your motherboard, right? And you have your CPU here, and you have express slots and chipset and all that stuff. And then over here you have your motherboard as well. CPU, slots, chipset. Okay. So you have your 2 motherboards, right? This motherboard has 4 RAM slots. So does this one. The normal amount for a normal ATX motherboard. Now, if you don't remember what an ATX motherboard is, go check out the video on motherboards. It should be up here at the top somewhere. Now, say that this motherboard right here only has 1 RAM slot occupied. That means it's in single channel mode. But say this motherboard right here has 2 slots occupied. It's in dual channel mode. And the reason why dual channel is better than single channel is because dual channel, that you have more. I would put it like this. You know, on a highway, right? So let me draw a little example here that'll make sense to anybody. So you have a highway, and it's split down the middle. You have cars going this way, and you have cars going this way. each side of the highway is 2 lanes. Okay, so now only a certain amount of cars can go through at once. But say you take off the side here, and instead you expand it and add another lane. Wow, I really need to get a new marker. Okay. Alright, I'll get one for next video, and then you make a 3rd lane for each side. That just means more cars can go through at once. This is the equivalent of adding an extra RAM, making your RAM dual channel, is like adding another lane to a highway. Because the more data gets put through at once, the faster your computer will process things and just run a little bit faster. Now you could, just say you don't use your computer a lot and it's strictly for like text documents, emails, maybe even just school related, especially now. You could go single channel, but say it was more of an everyday use computer where you're watching videos and you're watching YouTube videos and you're just like watching movies and playing games and editing and doing this and doing that. Dual channel is your way to go. And you may be noticing that I didn't put in the next slot. I skipped a slot and then put it. Now the reason for this is because most motherboards have a mode where you can put it in the 1 and 4 slot. So hold on, let me draw another motherboard here. I'm going to draw another motherboard. We have the CPU here, I/O here, express slots here, and a chipset here. So and then we have 4 RAM slots. Now, the RAM, it's labeled as 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, if you put it, you can put it in either the 2 and the 4, or you can put it in the 1 and the 3 slots. And the reason for this is because it's like, just think of this as a highway, okay? Think of these 4 lanes as a highway. Or these 4 lines, I should say, lanes, whatever, as a highway. Now, if you have 1 and 3 running, there's enough space in the middle for the data to go through. But if you had 1 and 2 together, running at the same time, data will just start bumping into each other and it'll start running slower. So if you have closer cars that are going the opposite direction, if the cars are closer together, there's more of a chance of someone crashing on the highway and having the highway slow down. It's the same thing with this. Data will crash together and it'll slow down the RAM. So if you're installing RAM, put it in 1 and 3 or 2 and 4. And that's really about it. That's really just the basics of RAM. So that's all I have for you guys today. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell button so you get notified when we post a new video. And also follow us on Instagram and Twitter because we have those now. So I will leave those in the link in the description below. And that's all I have for you guys today. I'll see you.